What is up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new, and honey, I am back in the building. Did you miss me? Did you miss me, honey? Okay, I'm back to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 6, episode 7. This motherfucking episode was everything, honey. Okay, now you done heard it from the other YouTubers. You done heard their opinions, their perspective. I'm gonna come with an unpopular opinion. Look, like I always do. Okay. Wendy. Let me say something to you, baby girl. You are so bothered and you are so insecure. And you lack in the confidence department. For somebody that has all these degrees and got that fine ass, chocolate ass Eddie on their arm, girl, you in trouble, girl. Okay? You overreacted. And don't get me wrong, guys, I get it. To play devil's advocate, I get her being so upset and offended that Gizelle would come for her family. But bitch, everybody on this show, everybody has to deal with that. So for you to think that you are on this pedestal and everybody is going to leave your family alone makes you delusional. Ashley goes through it every season because Michael is always out here embarrassing her, making her look stupid. Gizelle done been through it. How many times have people sat up there and told Gizelle, Jamal don't love you, he done cheated on you? At the reunion, we saw, Monique and Karen, they Pippin and Jordan her ass. Okay, Jamal got another baby. Jamal and you are not even in a real relationship. And what did you see out of Gizelle? Nothing. She looked a little embarrassed at times, but she didn't let it, ruffle her feathers. I don't think Gizelle gets enough credit for being unbothered. The bitch be unbothered. She knows how this game is to be played. See, a lot of us, we don't give Gizelle that credit. I'm going to give it to her. Gizelle has heard the most awful things about her relationship with Jamal and can sit up there, look you dead in the face and say, I don't believe it and we're fine and everything is all good. Wendy, can you do that? No. Because, honey, something ain't clean, honey, in the buttermilk. Something ain't right. Okay? Something is not right. I'm going to play y'all this clip of Gizelle and Ashley talking together. And Gizelle made a very good point. She made a couple of good points during this episode. And most of the reviews I saw, they didn't mention this, but I'm going to mention it. Okay?
Beyond defensive. And my whole my husband loves me when he shed a tear. I'm feeling bad now because I really do want to talk about it with her. But it would be better coming from one person versus the group, I think. She may take it better if it's from, me. And maybe she...
Okay, y'all see that? You hear what Gizelle said? She is way beyond defensive. She is. Because I told y'all there is some truth. And I don't know if the rumors about Eddie with his fine ass. Eddie, I hope you ain't stepping out on my girl, okay? I don't even really believe the rumors either. But everybody has been served some type of unwanted tea on their relationship. And for Miss Professor to think she's so above the curve, honey, make it make sense. Robin used to get served all types of tea about Juan and he may be seeing somebody. Robin would look like a deer headlights, but she'll be like, girl, it's fine. It's okay. It's all right, but it's okay. I'm gonna stay with Juan anyway. Okay? We know Ashley gets it every season. Haven't really heard anybody say anything about Candace and Chris. I think Monique alluded to something, but I never, on her YouTube channel about Candace maybe wanting to be with a basketball player, allegedly, or something about them bedtime stories, honey, her ass was coming with. But yeah, Wendy overreacted. And Wendy, if you're going to be on this show, you have to learn how to play the game. I get this is your family, but this is what you signed up for. People have came in on Karen and Ray talking about she having an affair with Blue Eyes or whoever, and Karen would just say it's not true. If you don't believe the rumors, if you don't believe the hype, okay, then why is you so mad and in your damn feelings? Girl, calm down. And at first, you guys, I was with Wendy, and then I just felt like she just took it overboard. Then you sit up here and you project onto Gizelle, oh, you got low self-esteem. Oh, you went and took that man back, and your daughters didn't want him, to be your man again. I get all of that. All of that is true, right? But no, sweetie, you coming off like you got the low self-esteem. Okay? You don't know who you are. That's why you're trying to be so many different things. And they're calling you out. And you are overreacting because guess what? They are right. Something is off about you. You're easily rattled. Easily. This your second season. And if you go be on Real Housewives of Potomac, then bitch, you go have to play with the girls. And they go come back and say some shit about your mama, your daddy, your brother, your cousin. But you have to know who you are and stop feeding into it. But because she's so insecure, you guys, and unsure of herself, and she notices that Ashley now, and y'all know I don't even care for Ashley, but Ashley was making some sense. Ashley notices a change in Wendy. You are desperate and thirsty for attention. Yes, you got your titties done. We happy for you. But you do overly show yourself, especially this season. And when women do that, it screams something else. It screams, I'm insecure. Pay attention to me. Do you see what I'm saying? They can see right through you. And she's upset that the mask that she's been trying to wear is slipping off. Okay? And see, the biggest thing is don't nobody really like Gizelle. So can't nobody really be neutral with Gizelle and understanding where she's coming from. But yeah, she read Gizelle for Phil. You ain't got no man, can't keep no man. True. All of it is true and valid. And yes, girl, you are winning. She got that fine ass Eddie. How you doing, Eddie? Okay, shit, Miss Robinson trying to see what's good. So yeah, you are winning. But do you really know it? Because the way you overly exploded on these women, and you know how this shit go, I'm pretty sure if it was Mia or somebody else, they wouldn't have reacted like that. They would have been like, oh, girl, go on with that bullshit. Then Wendy gets her ass on here lying, talking about, I would have received the information better if Gizelle would have told me herself, but instead she's chosen to have a sidebar with Ashley and Robin, and everybody knows it but me. No, you wouldn't have. You would have reacted the same fucking way, and Gizelle did not bring it to you because you was already offended. You admitted that to Karen when you was crying in her arms. You was offended that she said you didn't have no substance this season, and she could see your titties and ass, okay, from a mile away. You always got the shit on display. Okay, so stop lying, professor. Okay, and be your real, authentic, genuine self, and then people will buy it. But we're not gonna buy the bullshit, Wendy. Okay?
Done with Wendy. I'm not talking to her about anything else outside of her braids because clearly she can't handle it. But ask her. Okay. Every year there's another break the internet moment with Michael Darby. Anybody can understand and empathize. It's Ashley.
Exactly. Even though I feel like Wendy and Eddie actually have a real, substantial, genuine marriage, outside of Michael and Ashley, who have a train wreck of a marriage, and it's all a big plot and scheme that Todd came up with. Okay. We're looking at two different marriages, but outside of that, nobody knows these type of situations better than Ashley. And Wendy still blew the fuck up. So it didn't matter who told her. A hit dog will holler, and she hollered. I don't give a damn what any of these reviewers say. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I told y'all, she knew that she was doing too much with her ass and titties and having the shit all out. When Robin and Gizelle gave her their opinion of her new look, she went and changed the next day. It took Karen to tell her, girl, what are you doing? Why are you changing up your appearance so that these bitches will accept you? Okay? It took Karen, somebody outside of Wendy. If Wendy was really that confident in herself and really knew what the hell she was doing and why she was doing it, she would have been like, well, the hell with what y'all saying. That's y'all opinion. I'm going to do me. That's what a confident bitch does. Okay? An insecure bitch pretending to be confident is going to be, doubtful and, maybe I should cover up. Maybe they have she knew that they had a point, okay? Because she changed her whole fucking attire the next day. I told y'all that. That's the same thing that if you're at work and somebody says, well, I think you're too loud. You speak too loud. Your supervisor says that to you and you internalize it. And the next day, everybody knows that you're just loud. That's your personality. When you speak, that's the volume you speak at. And you change it. It's because something within you knew that, damn, maybe they are right. And you care more about that person's opinion about your own opinion of yourself. Do you see what I'm saying? Maybe that was a bad analogy, but y'all see where I'm going with this. And another thing is I'm annoyed by the colorism aspect that I am seeing. I told y'all there may be some colorism with Ashley. They do give, Ashley special treatment on this show. But this whole thing of, well, Gizelle is light skinned and Mia's light skinned and Robin is light skinned and they're the bad guys. And so they can't have an opinion different than Wendy, They think that they're better just simply because they're light-skinned. No, they are women that happen to be light-skinned that have a certain observation about Wendy because of what she is putting out there for the world. Okay? Period. I hate when people play the colorism card when it's not even there. It's not even there. And then again, that's a matter of opinion. To me, it's not there. I don't get, I'm light skinned and, Wendy don't look as good as me and I'm attacking her marriage. And I didn't hear so much shit about Gizelle. I don't think Gizelle jealous of Wendy at all. At all. I actually think that Gizelle is a beautiful woman. I think she has some emotional availability, maybe in her relationships. I do believe Gizelle is confident. Because one thing I will tell you about Gizelle is she's not easily rattled. Nobody lets her, don't nobody ever put her in her place to the point where she be ready to fight. And she's ready to, act a fool. And now, she had their little back and forth with Karen. And I think it's because, through the years, they done had their little friendship. So Karen knows shit that the viewers don't know. And maybe these other ladies don't know. Do you see what I'm saying? I've seen her kind of go off on Karen. But other than that, Gizelle is pretty even keel. And that's why, objectively, I can see why Andy and Bravo, they like her. She don't be overly reacting to shit. Even Robin sat up there and was saying, I didn't heard all types of shit in the blogs about me and Juan and whoop-de-doo and I don't even care and yada, yada, yada. She was saying that to Wendy. And bitch, I don't care. I know this is par for the course. As long as we're on this show, we're all going to be talked about. But no, Miss Professor thinks she's so above the curve. Okay? And you can't be like that. This is what you wanted in life, Wendy. Like, you got to be able to deal with this shit. And if you don't believe this shit is true, then be like, girl, go on somewhere with that bullshit. I don't even believe that's true. And if she wouldn't have gave it so much energy, then they probably would have dead at that shit. Because they would have been like, oh, you know how sometimes people be saying shit to you to see how you react. And then you react the wrong damn way. And they like, oh, it must be some truth in that. Because she didn't got, do you see what I'm saying? And I get it, to play devil's advocate. I really do. You know, you don't want nobody talking about your husband, your kids. But, girl, this is what they do on this show. It's not personal. Period. Because everybody then been scrutinized on this show about their relationship. And you saw Miss Monique Samuels. She couldn't handle the shit either. That's why she got so upset. Okay? Child, I'm getting ready to play y'all another clip. I was so motherfucking tickled by this episode. So funny. So funny, honey. Potomac is that show, honey, okay?
Clear. Don't attack my husband. Yeah. Because that's something I do not play with. Why are you looking at me? I'm looking at you.
Honey, and I wouldn't play about that fine ass Eddie too. I will strangle a hoe over Eddie, honey. And he ain't even Miss Robinson's man, honey. I get it. All that chocolate, Mr. Eddie. God, ooh, shit. Let me calm down. Calm down, Miss Robinson. This is about Wendy and her husband, honey. He is not yours. Only in your dreams.
Because it was your ass having the conversation with Ashley. Did you tell her what I said? I'm not having the conversation. I said that it was also, we didn't believe there was any fiber of truth. Instead of you coming to me as a woman.
Now, really quickly, a lot of people are saying, well, why did they even bring it up to her? Because this is what they do on this motherfucking show. And it happens to everybody. Wendy is not special. Wendy thinks that she is just so above the show. And she's not. Okay? She is literally unraveling, you guys. Literally.
You decide to talk to Ashley. And so I'm putting your ass on notice. Because what you're not going to do, let's be very clear, is you're not going to play with my husband's name. Don't with my family. I'm saying it to you kindly. I don't care if you say it meanly. You know, I don't give a Don't forget to act.
Y'all hear what Gizelle said? I don't care if you say it meanly. I don't give a shit. Unbothered. Don't care. And I know some of y'all rolling your eyes, sucking your damn teeth. Well, why she bring it up? Because this is what they do on this show. Somebody has to bring back the bone. Okay? And it was Gizelle that told Ashley, and she didn't really tell Ashley. Ashley volunteered to bring that bone back. But Gizelle already knew that there was tension between her and Wendy, because Wendy shut down after Gizelle and Robin made their observations about how they receive her now, you know, with her new appearance.
Okay, Wendy. I told this one, and I'm telling you that I didn't believe it. If we sat there and was like, I wonder who the girl is, and I wonder who this, and I wonder who that.
Exactly. They didn't say all of that. They didn't. Now, if they would have did that, then I would be more or less on Wendy's side, on, you know, where she's coming from. And like I told y'all, I get Wendy, you know, setting Gizelle straight, like, bitch, you know, I got my boundaries, but it's too much. It's too much. You could have just been like, well, you know what? I don't even believe that shit is true. Okay, me and my husband had already talked about it. It ain't nothing. And then they would have dropped that shit. But all of this overreacting and getting so emotional because guess what? She's insecure. And I'm not at all saying you can't get your body done, titties and ass. Absolutely. Do what makes you feel better. But like Gizelle said in the episode, Wendy has some internalized issues that she needs to deal with. Because sometimes it's not, guys, what people are saying to you, is what you believe about yourself. Okay? This is an internalized issue. Period.
Immediately said, this is not true. The end. Let me be very clear. The Gizelle did.
Gizelle don't even get why she's so worked up, because she like, girl, this is a show. This is what we do. Okay?
I'm telling you very clearly, when you talk about my husband, you talk about me.
No one believes it,
It's not about it being true. It's about you not having any dignity say.
When you are on a show like this, it ain't about how much dignity you got. Half of y'all is on here because you willing to get with the shits and act a fool. Okay? So it ain't about being all prestigious and being all together all the time and everybody having a perfect marriage, because none of you all fit that criteria anyways. This is about mess, gossip, blogs, and she can't handle it. Okay? She can't handle it. Let's move on. One thing I noticed with Karen was doing a lot of shit talking about Gizelle, even to the point when she talked to Ray. Ray was like, I don't want to hear that shit. Enough about Gizelle. How you doing? What's going on with you? You know. And I'm glad that he did that, because Karen had already told Ashley, well, Gizelle laid into everybody and she was criticizing everybody's relationship. Now, do I agree that Gizelle should criticize and talk about people's relationships and her ass is never in one, can't keep one? No, she does need to lay off of that. Even her comments about Chris and Candace. And I'm beginning to notice that people are beginning to think that maybe Chris is using Candace. Only time will tell. I don't have too many opinions on that, because it's all about what works for their household. And I'm kind of looking at it from the point of view of maybe Chris wants to spend more time with his children and kind of be on the show and be that stay-at-home dad and being with his kids. And if that's something that him and Candace agreed to, then who am I? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, Chris is a talented man. He's a chef. Okay, with some good black dick. He may be white, but that dick is black. Okay? Once again, I got an unpopular opinion. And y'all know I love Candace. But Candace, what are you crying about? You know how this show goes. Why are you so emotional when Ashley is about to leave? Ashley says, wow, this really, did not go over well, because Wendy totally made an ass out of herself. Okay? She overly reacted. It's one thing to be like, okay, Gizelle, stay away from my family. I don't want you bringing shit up to me. Like, it's one thing to just say that and be non-emotional about it, right? Because when you're stating how you feel, you have to state it in a neutral way. But for her to, I will light your ass up and I will do this, and said all that shit about Jamal, and Gizelle was what? Unbothered. Didn't care. Didn't give a damn. Didn't give it all that energy. So Wendy, girl, you are the weakest link. You gonna have to get it together. Ashley, said to Candace, it was on a blog. Candace says, well, keep it on the blogs. Candace, you know that's not how this show goes. And I know Wendy is your girl, but this is, par for the course. We know how this shit go. Your girl overly reacted, and now she looks stupid. And everybody's all uncomfortable. And now they're like, damn, what can we talk to you about? Can you even handle being on this show? Do we want to film with you next season? I told y'all this, for most of this season, she has been overly reacting. And the Wendy of last year, I just don't feel would have gave it all of that. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it's, it was just a lot. And another thing, guys, I got another video coming up where I read some comments to kind of get everybody's opinion on this episode, right? Because I want to hear what the people got to say, honey. It's not official until Miss Robinson see what the people got to say. Okay? But yeah, Candace said to Ashley, you of all people. Candace, didn't you bring some information to Ashley last season? And you went to Gizelle? because you knew that she would receive it better if you was in the same setting with Gizelle and her, and so you know how this show goes. It was okay last season when it was Ashley, but when it's your friend, leave it on the blogs and we shouldn't be talking about that. Now, who got upset about Candace bringing that shit up to Ashley? And Ashley was cool. Ashley was like, okay, I'll talk to my husband and da-da-da-da-da. You didn't see all this, oh my God, I'll light your ass up and what the hell is wrong? Even Ashley was like, okay, I'll talk to him. Because we know Ashley don't really give a good goddamn anyway. I don't know. But Ashley knows how this shit goes. Okay? And didn't give it all of that. Alright? Period. So, for Candace just to be like, well, you're a shit starter and girl. I can't even believe that I'm taking up for Ashley. Okay, I'm about to choke on my spit, honey. Ooh, child. Somewhere, honey. Okay? Sheila is out buying another tent. And Miss Robinson gonna have to live in it, honey. Oh, Lord. Maybe I do like the Darbies more than I can admit. No, I don't. But they know, they showed, and it's so funny, the reviews I've seen, everybody's coming down on Gizelle, coming down on Ashley, coming down on Robin. But guess what? Guess what they got over Wendy? They know how to keep them emotions in check. Wendy don't know how to do that. And she better get it together quick or she ain't gonna last on this show. What other point was I gonna make really quickly? So when Candace brought that shit to Ashley about Michael last season, who got upset? Monique got more upset about Candace bringing that shit to Ashley than Ashley got upset. And you know why Monique got upset? Because it was some rumors out here about her messing with her trainer. Well, y'all need to leave people's marriages alone. Why you getting upset about another bitch? Why? Because like I told y'all, a hit dog will always holler, okay? She was bothered because her marriage was under attack and she knows somewhere along the line she did something wrong or inappropriate with that trainer out at the damn club with the trainer and shit. Girl, he's supposed to be at the gym with you, not, drinking with you, kicking it and shit. Ciao. Okay, so last but not least, let's talk about Robin. And it's so funny, guys. Last year, I was supposed to do a video on Robin. Y'all know on this channel, I like to take a deeper dive into the women on this show and kind of see through them, right? See through the facade they try to put on. And I've always noticed that Robin has always lacked confidence. She's always been so insecure. And at times we all can be like that. We're human. But with Robin, it's kind of like tattooed on her forehead to not think that good about herself, to not think she's going to be that successful. Like she could really be out here doing it and being a mogul and just making shit happen. But no, you hear the fear and the doubt and the uncertainty. And Robin has always been afraid of success. She only does just enough. And that's why her ass is getting up in the middle, of the day. Okay, so that is an agreement that you are making, Robin. When you get up in the middle of the day, you are saying, I don't believe in myself. It's not going to happen for me. And, you have all of these doubts about yourself. Why? Why are you choosing to believe the worst in yourself? So I like that Gizelle got her together on the side. Like, girl, you need to get your shit together. Your business is booming. You are the most successful that you have ever been. Robin lets us know that TJ Maxx, Macy's, and QVC want to sell her products. Robin, girl, those are opportunities. And you sitting up here, you just sitting on them. And then, Gizelle wants to talk about Juan and your fine husband. I like Juan, you guys. He's a decent enough looking guy. I do think he loves and cares for Robin, but I'm not too interested in what Juan got to say. Juan be skipping out on the fucking reunion so he can coach 4th grade basketball. Okay? Like, they can get another motherfucker to do it. You on, like, what? Is this show number 1 on Bravo? This show is pretty popular. So, Juan, get your ass to the reunion so Robin can get her ass up. How about that? Okay, that's a fair exchange right there. Shit. Gizelle need to quit with what Juan feel. Fuck Juan. Juan don't even show up when we need him to. Okay? And this comment that was made by Wendy, you guys, I know this video all over the place, honey, okay? But I gotta get my point across. I didn't understand it. Like, Wendy just kept looking stupid to me. Okay, and the women are, like, embarrassed for her. Like, a scholar was looking at her like, girl, you just doing too much. But I'm going to play it. And once again, who's unbothered? Gizelle.
When did she come at Eddie, who looks like Idris Elba, honey? The same person who she said that she went up and down.
So, Gizelle made a comment that she would have long sex with Idris Elba. Eddie don't look like him. I think Idris looked better than Eddie. Sorry, Eddie. I love you, though. Miss Robinson still got a soft spot for you. Okay? And a warm bed for you if Wendy don't treat you right, honey.
Would have very long sex with Idris. I'm going to ignore it.
You hear what Gizelle said to Robin? I'm going to ignore it. She got to be above the bullshit because she see this girl can't handle it. In the words of my auntie Leola, honey, sad case. Sad case. Okay? I did like when Wendy was at the table with the ladies. I believe they were having lunch and she said Karen poured into her. I'm happy to see that these two are getting along and are receiving each other, right? I'm happy there is some growth. It's so funny that damn Gizelle said, Wendy, Karen don't like you. She used to have the same mommy dearest relationship with Candace. Child. At the table, Gizelle apologized to Wendy. That wasn't even an apology. And like Wendy said, Gizelle could have, had a sidebar with her, but even if her and Robin would have pulled Wendy to the side, Wendy would have still reacted the same way. She would have still felt offended. Okay? That's just how I feel about that. And Wendy said at the table, oh, her and Robin, and more so Gizelle, they body shamed her. They didn't body shame you. They told you about the new observations that they have seen with you and your ass and your titties, and you always have to have it out. Ashley said the same thing. These women are simply observing you in a new way because you got your shit on display. Okay, so, girl, it's not that deep. Child, that damn Candace said Ashley and her breast pump and her forehead has showed up. That shit is funny. All right, you guys, I'm going to play another clip about Wendy. And I just want y'all to objectively hear how she can't even listen and receive what these women are saying to her.
Gizelle's defense.
You love a defense.
Anytime I do see a lady who is more revealing, I like to check in.
Really quickly, every time Mia says something to Wendy, it's always dismissed. It's always dismissed. Another thing about Mia, you need to figure out whose side you are on, and like next week, I can't wait to see how that plays out. She did a lot of flip-flopping throughout this episode. It was like, well, hold up, you're on this side, and then, okay, now you do feel like Wendy was attacked, and like, girl, where are you coming from, Mia? We need to know it, sis.
And so I can see where she was coming from. People have plastic surgery, and this is part of why people don't say stuff, because
this is not a plastic surgery issue. This is you always having them titties out, and it just be so like obvious, right? It's different, it's a difference when you subtly have it out, but it's just so obvious. And she's trying to act oblivious to her own behavior. I cannot. And she's so defensive because there's something inside of her internally that is bothering her.
Hold on, let me minute.
That's not right. I have to tell you, that's not right.
I'm with Ashley. Y'all know. I ain't never on Ashley's side, but I get where Ashley was coming from. Like, bitch, you're not going to make this a plastic surgery issue. We're talking about observations we have made about your behavior.
Talking just about your dress. We're talking that your behavior is just different. That's all.
But Wendy, you're saying something that's not true.
Because both times I've seen you have been parading your breasts, and that's okay.
Ashley's breast pump in her forehead just got here. Why is she inserting herself in a conversation that she knows nothing about?
Child, because that's what Ashley do. But I was here for it this time because Ashley picked up on how defensive Wendy was. That's simply it. This is not a colorism issue. This is not an attack. People are making observations. Your marriage is not being scrutinized. You are on this show. That is what they do. Monique Samuel's marriage was attacked. Ashley's marriage is always attacked because her nigga is, well, he ain't even no nigga, but her old man, old crusty dusty, okay, that parasite that she's with is always embarrassing her, and she cool with it. She don't even care. This season, they are attacking Candace and Chris' marriage. They trying to say, Chris is trying to, live off of Candace by him being her husbander. Okay, Robin and Juan. Okay, Juan ain't never at the reunion. Wendy told Robin, you ain't even in a real relationship. Mia defended Robin. Okay? I thought that was so disrespectful. Why are you going to these places? You are so, bothered by what they are saying, and you're not even in a real relationship. And girl, child, we already know the deal with Robin and Juan. Okay, we already all know. All right. That is their little situationship, honey, that they understand. I do think that they love each other, but for her to just be so dismissive and nasty and curt and frank. Y'all know normally, honey, I'm up for Miss Wendy, but Wendy is going to have to get it together. Stop letting these bitches see you sweat. They going to keep poking at you. Okay? They gonna keep poking at you. And you gonna have to be able to handle being on this show and being scrutinized. Because that is what comes with being on this show. Everybody has had to go through it, and you are not special. You keep trying to define yourself, mother, wife, CNN commentator, I'm this, I'm that. And you're insecure. Add that to the list. And you're easily bothered. Okay? And you get easily rattled, and you're overly emotional. Okay? So, honey, that's what Miss Robinson got to say on this episode. Honey, y'all get down in the comments and let Miss Robinson know how you feel about this episode of Real Housewives of Potomac. Don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.